Hello everyone and welcome back to Hollyoaks. This is not a video discussing an episode. This is a video we're going to go through. There's been one or two articles that have been posted, which tease what happens in the time jump. Now, obviously, it's not as much of a big deal as we expected, and we will see. It's only till Monday. We have one more episode this week, and then we have the Monday episode where everything starts to be revealed. So there's not that much time, but people have been speculating, so I thought it would be a good way to go through and have a look at what people are thinking. So this is an interesting one, but let me just go straight into this article. Okay, Hollyoaks explains full details of the first time jump episode. Time changes everything. And there's also this where it has some pictures. So we'll be going to both of these as we go through it. I suppose I'll just give my brief thoughts on what I'm thinking. I think that this week so far has been a good week. I have recorded my reactions to Monday and Tuesday. And obviously tomorrow will be the relaunch of the Hollyoaks weekly roundup where I will have my reactions to the episodes. And I'll give all of my thoughts and all of that and more. And also, I've been working hard on my Hollyoaks, everyone who has been axed and why, which has just hit 10k words. So it's going to be a long one, but it will be pieced together. It is getting worked on. But yeah. Anyway, decent week so far. Really been enjoying it. Looking forward to the time jump. So yeah, article. Hollyoaks just revealed exciting details of what the show's first time jump episode will look like. The soap is currently airing an explosive stunt week, which will see the biggest storylines collide and life in the village change forever. After this dramatic run of episodes, next week Hollyoaks will jump forward a year in time, and viewers will see 4 seasons pass outside the dog on a pond at the beginning of Monday's installment. There we see a picture of Tony by himself. I don't know if that's his current kitchen, but it looks different. I don't think Diane will be in the time jump. Landlord Tony surveys his pub and looks at family photos on the wall, while his own clan get ready for school. Did all of his loved ones survive the fateful motorbike crash a year previous? Yeah, but no one was involved in the motorbike crash that Tony is family with. Tony then takes a walk through the village as he passes the residents and interacts with them. Viewers get some clues as to where all the characters are now, so we'll get hints as to where they're all at, essentially. Casper McQueen, there seems to be a party that evening, and the family is busy preparing the restaurant for the event. There are snapshots of residents going about their daily life. Once again, Tony by himself, all alone. But for some, the day is going to be difficult. It's the anniversary of those devastating events. Not all the villagers are still around, and Tony picks up some flowers from Sienna to lay on a grave. He isn't the only one paying their respects, as the Osborns and the Lomaxes are also at the graveyard. Okay, I've seen some people getting a bit worried about this. I don't think that people are worried that this is going to be Charlie. I don't think that Charlie will die. I mean, first, Charlie's a dean. Immediately, Charlie is a dean. And he is not an Osborn. And the Lomaxes, I mean, Lomax is a bit of a rough time. They could just be Stee and his family, like Stee, Leela. They could all be visiting James's grave or Noah's. Potentially. I think it might be a bit of a red herring. And I think that the Osborn will be Suzanne, because I feel like Suzanne will die as a part of being in the motorbike crash. I think Suzanne will die having finally accepted that Frankie was telling the truth. And that means she will actually be mourned and she'll be respected. And if we really need to do it, I'd say it's Jack. So I think it's Suzanne and then Jack in terms of who's most likely. I don't think they'll kill off Jack because he is an icon of the show and it would be quite sad to see him go. And yeah, I think the Lomaxes, like I said, it could easily just be Baby Noah. I don't think Perry's going to get killed off. But obviously, it would be quite hard to suggest. There's some happy developments too, as some people have moved on, and for one couple are celebrating their engagement. Who is Love in the air for? Then just a picture of Mercedes by herself, looking like she's in the love boat. Meanwhile, Mercedes is struggling with the events of the last 12 months, but is determined to push through as a single mum of twins with a business to run. Tony arrives at a hospital and he looks weary while he watches the doctor tend to a patient. There's still no update, but later there is a gasp of relief when a familiar face is finally brought round, who has been in the hospital this whole time. I guess Diane, perhaps? Maybe Diane? Maybe Marie? I don't know. Return to Castle McQueen, Tony raises a toast and acknowledges it's been a rough year and he thinks they've managed to weather the storm. Alright, so let's be real. There's only two people this could be. The one on the right is Cleo, and the one on the left is Leela. And let's probably suggest they are both Joel's babies. Because, you know, Abe is likely going to be gone. So, yeah, that's obviously Leela. That's obviously Cleo. Obviously, it could be a red herring, but I find that very unlikely. That's a very Cleo dress. That's a very Leela outfit. Tony's speech brings about more good news when a couple decides to take a big step forward in their relationship. It's a very big day for another resident. They go to labour with their Lomaxes racing a hospital to be with her. So it's Leela. It's Leela. And also, the way that they're saying the Lomaxes, it makes it feel like there's probably going to be either Steve decides to call himself Lomax or the family gets bigger. Like, because they're specifically saying the Lomaxes, which... it feels like the family has to get bigger. And why would they still keep Steve and Leela and Perry? Feels like there is going to be more Lomaxes. Because with the Lomaxes racing in hospital to be with her, like, you know, it feels like it's Leela. It feels like it's Cleo. There could be red herrings, but it feels unlikely. And this Metro article. Hollyoaks confirms multiple deaths and unexpected baby twist as time jump changes everything. Hollyoaks heralds in a new era with a highly anticipated time jump, and with the first spoilers of the week in question, it's officially here. It's safe to say that time really does change everything. Popular channel for done that. A motorcycle accident plus a series of bombs planted by the dastardly Blue means that multiple bombs. The outcome of the week in question remains shrouded in mystery, but it's safe to say that life as the villagers will never know it the same again. Future will see the Hollyoaks take audiences 1 year into the future. 4 seasons pass outside the dot. We've already seen this. Right, so they're paying respects at the grave. Like I said, this could easily be Diane, or it could be Jack, possibly. Nearby, the Osborne Lomaxes stand solemnly at gravesides. Like I said, Noah, and likely either Suzanne or Jack. So the weight bears heavy on Tony in the hospital. Probably, like, perhaps Diane. This one, to me, looks like this is Sienna and Ethan. There's no way about it. It's almost definitely Sienna and Ethan. Oh, uh-oh, though. It could be Robbie Roscoe. I don't believe there's any world where it would be Robbie Roscoe. But he's a bit wider than Ethan. So that could easily be a red herring. Oh god, I can't believe I've even fucking thrown that out into the wind. But that looks definitely like it's Sienna. Ah, Jesus. Is that really gonna be Robbie Roscoe? Oh, fuck's sake. There's a genuine chance it is Robbie's general, like, type. I'd love to say it's Sienna and Ethan. But... yeah, I'm getting a bit worried, you know. He said he wasn't getting killed off, and I hope that there's a chance he stays. But also... going to Labour, and this is obviously... Leela and Cleo. Controversial relationship is underway. Meanwhile, Moonmom wants to focus on her career, presenting her dad with a big decision. Joel? Cleo? Eric faces a lengthy recovery. Nothing will be the same. Another surprise is in store for the resident in question when they discover who has been sat by their bedside. Interesting. Not sure who. See, who even dresses like that? Because this is a very Teresa or Liberty kind of dress. And I honestly can't tell you who the guy in orange may be. Who would even fit that mold? This is the one that stumps me the most. Hold on, let me just see if anybody on Twitter has had any interesting theories about this one. Okay, no one has any fucking clue. I've been looking for about 5 minutes. That looks like Maxine. If I had to guess controversial, perhaps fucking Jeremy. I don't fucking know. Feels likely. I don't even know who else it would be. Who even wears that sort of shit? That's like a Donny jacket. That's like a Dave jacket. Could be a Robbie Roscoe jacket. Who the fuck knows? We have Vicky to make an enemy with Sienna. And Vicky Grant, Annie Lawrence, has been on quite the journey romantically over the domestic 12 months, so she soon finds herself on the wrong end of Sienna, realizing quite quickly that you simply don't go up against a Blake icon and expect to win. Sienna, who has had quite the year herself, issues a dark threat, wanting Vicky to be very afraid. The question is, what has caused this unexpected feud? Is it in relation to Ethan Williams' confession of his love for Sienna? And where does Ethan factor in? Given that we know he's set to leave, has something happened to him before or during the year jump? And how did Sienna respond to his declaration of love? So there we are. That's a lot of speculation for you, just to, you know, suckle the teat. That is really gross and fucking ridiculous imagery. Just to have another chance to discuss what we think is going to happen. As a result, the time jump, which I think is a very interesting thing, and I do look forward to it, and I'm definitely ready and excited to see what Hollyoaks does with the time jump. As like I said, the last one we saw was Neighbours, and it was a very exciting one. Very interesting, and we saw some controversial twists that will obviously make people want to watch and want to fucking figure out what the fuck has happened. But yeah, I've been Ash from Watching Walford. Join me tomorrow for the Hollyoaks weekly-ish roundup. Thank you for watching. See you then. Bye-bye.